I don't know if Ben wants to weigh in, but in my case, I'm actually going to be nice enough to actually let you choose because even though I do need the money, uh, if we're going to get this mech, you might as well pick it since you're most likely going to be using it. Ben, if you have any, if you think we might need a specialized one.
Yeah, I mean, if Brody has no preference, then I would say get the utilitarian one, but the combat one will probably come in handy at some point as well.
So the one thing I will add is if you want to walk around with the mech at all times, the specialized one will draw less attention, unlike the hardpoint one. But that's all on you because the looks of it, the hardpoint only has. I was researching this. The shock suit only has 5 mass, so we can't really add many attachments to it. A weapon and maybe one attachment. The specialized has a lot more, but less weapons. So if you want to go full melee, you could do that, or you can go weapons. It's all up to you.
Just out of curiosity, is the MES knife on the list? Got a feeling it's not, but it doesn't hurt to ask or take a look.
Yeah, you have a look at it. It doesn't seem to be listed on there.
Yeah, that was wishful thinking that it would be there.
So yeah, I mean, I guess you can work backwards. What weapons are on the list?
Guess the cheap stuff for suit hull.
And those would be
like cutter plates, heavy machine gun, maybe the laser for anti-vehicle.
What's a slash class? What does that mean?
Where do you see that?
So on a cutter plate or this MES knife, it says 1d12, slash class.
Suits are 1d12 damage, light do 2d12, and heavies do 3d12.
Okay, so the hull, when it says suits, it means suits and up. It doesn't just mean suits. But if it says heavy, that's only heavy.
Yep.
And if it says light, it's light and up. Okay, I wasn't sure on that, but all right, that's good to know. So, do you want a melee or do you want to be a melee or you want to be ranged? Or you want to be, mix and match?
I was thinking one melee and one ranged.
One melee and one ranged? Alright, so for melee, you would probably have to go with
cutter plates.
Cutter plates?
MES knife, there's a reason it's so expensive.
Why?
Does the same damage, but the MES knife ignores armor.
Interesting.
Cutter plates don't.
Cutter plates. Oh, the problem with cutter plates, they're really heavy, and I don't think you can actually. Maybe you can. The MES knife is also very, very light, which is another big bonus.
It's also very, very expensive.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it might be so expensive. Alright, so if you want one, so if cutter plates plus.
Basically, the thing that isn't on the list across everything is the size stuff. Because that's such a specialized kit or specialized equipment that they're not willing to part with that.
Okay. So everything else is on the list, you're saying? All right, that's good to know.
Up for negotiation.
Okay. So for the suit, we have the rocket launcher, the 2 lasers, and the heavy machine gun. Now, unfortunately, if you want a cutter knife, you cannot have the anti-vehicle, and you cannot have you can have everything else, just not the anti-vehicle, because it weighs too much. Oh, and it costs 2 hard points. So actually, realistically, you can have a rocket launcher or a machine gun, and a knife. Or if you want to go with the specialized suit, you can just have straight up go melee with it and have a bunch of defensive upgrades and shit. Or if you want to do both, you would have to do machine gun / rocket launcher and cutters. What's your preference, Brody?
As much as I want the shock suit, it's better for the group if I take the specialist unit.
And if you would take the specialist, would you want to be melee or ranged?
Well, the specialist one can be used for a ton of stuff, more than just fighting, can it?
Yeah, well, I mean, because it only has one hard point, that just means that you can only use it for, you can only use the cutter plate, heavy machine gun, or rocket launcher. You can't have mix and match. So which one would you want on? Which one do you want as a hard point?
Guess probably ranged.
So heavy machine gun or rocket launcher? Heavy machine gun does 3d6, but it can do suppressive fire. Rocket launcher just does straight up 3d10, but I think the ammo might be more expensive.
Suppressive fire could be nice to have.
All right, so that's yeah. So 3 mass and 2 power for that. Let me look everything up. So you want the specialist, right? Oh, the problem with the specialist doesn't have a lot of power. Okay, so I see how it does it. So 3 mass and 2 power. So we have 3 power and 7 mass to work with. And here you can go into, do you want to have any kind of defensive systems, or do you want to just straight up, stack it with the fittings? This is going to be all on you because there's so many fittings that someone's phone just went. Burp, burp.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the fittings right now.
Take your time.
I'm trying to think of which ones would be the most useful.
Mm.
Obviously, cargo space would be good.
Yep, cargo space might be nice.
Breaching tool.
Breaching tool, you said? That might not be bad.
Maybe the polyspectral sensor.
That sounds good. Can he have a kinesis boost, or no?
I doubt it since it's a psi.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, because I'm not sure if only psi weapons are off the list, or any psi.
No psi equipment.
No psi equipment, alright, great. Well, not great, but alright. In that case, so cargo space is a given. That's just. Then you said maybe breaching tools, and what was the other one?
Polyspectral
Alright,
sensors.
we still have 1 more power and like 4 more mass.
May I suggest something just purely because I think it might be amusing?
Sure.
If you go with the breaching thingamajig,
Mm-hmm.
breaching tool, and then you get the void thrusters, then you can basically eject from your ship in ship combat, and then you just E-man style, face punch the enemy ship, and just breach the bridge to have zero.
Yeah, and then he can also use his telekinesis to basically give us the pressure fields for people that can't really travel, but they can still survive. That one might be good. Skyward drones might be okay, but that's also very situational.
Skywatch is for light. Dude.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Allows intra faster than light communication. That's kind of boring. Those are all psi. The auto applies field maintenance. Does that just mean he can just repair it?
The light.
Oh, God damn it. I was thinking of there was one that lets you the drop sheathing conceals an orbital insertion. But I think you need graph sheets for that. That would be too much. The medical support, is that using your med skill or is that just automatic medical support? I don't think we need it. I was just wondering.
I was gonna say I kind of just skipped over that one because we have you.
Oh, thanks. Fucking healer. Got stuck with healing. Even though I started this, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be a healer.
No, he's using his own int heal for that.
Okay, so that might not be great for him. Creates roads capable of supporting the mech. Nah. That's for light. The anti-grav nodes, does that just mean he can fly around in gravity? Does that also give him, can he not fly in anti-gravity? Sorry, zero gravity?
I mean, it's designed to fly in gravity. So he can just walk around, and then, if someone tries to trip him, he can just fly away Superman style instead of base planting.
So yeah, I mean, even if we get all those three things, plus we can add them, right? So that's 1, 2. Yeah, we still have one more power. The one question I have is, it's still not really worth it because that'll be like 200k worth of things. And you said this tool is worth at least 350. Do these guys have any cybernetics they might be willing to part with?
Do you ask?
Yes, I would like to ask.
Yeah, he says that's not what we do. We deal with mechs. But I know some people who have clinics, that kind of stuff. Maybe I can put in a good word for a discount.
What kind of discount we're talking about?
Don't know. Depends on what they feel like and what you want.
Personally, let me check. Um, so I'm saying traffic. Maybe add the active camel surface on top of those three. Unless you want something else, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was just thinking with this kind of stuff putting on it, it's going to be more for like a work mech than it is. All right, we got a job. We should just take it with us.
Well, this one you can take it anywhere, right? You can just take it. 1 second, I was gonna.
Maybe if we left the gun off of it.
Well, I don't know if we can conceal the gun or
No, it's
what.
not possible to conceal it.
So
Unless you put a tarp on it, but it's still gonna be very obvious that you're hiding something.
in that case, would this mech be too? Would it be too like he wouldn't be able to wear it outside the suit?
I mean, it depends on where you are, but
Most
people gonna
places,
see the machine gun, wondering what the hell's going on with that.
like I said, it's mostly going to probably end up being like a work mech.
I mean, even if it's not, even if you have so heavy machine gun has 500 to 2k range. You could add the camo if you want to use it for fighting, and then, or you can maybe you can add one of the defenses on top of that. But if you want to just use it for what's it called? For mostly utility, the construction array. so you can build things, and since you are very fix heavy, you can build and repair and maybe fit things.
Construction array is light mech.
God damn it! Why am I blind? Yeah, I don't know. Then I don't know what do you want to add as the third power, as a final power. Sorry.
I mean, if we got void thrusters, we could take more space missions,
Oh, okay.
more like salvage, or we could use
Yeah.
it to mine on asteroids or something.
Sounds good to me.
Tool.
That sounds good to me. Then I forgot about the void thrusters, like 100%. So the mech would be. Let me just add up the plus.
What exactly does the polyspectral send? I guess I should just scroll down.
Yeah, I was about to read that right now. I think it just gives you a map of 100 meters around you. Like just one of those like maps with the height and the holes and stuff. So if we're trying to figure out where to go, we might be able to use that.
Yeah, or if you're drilling through a structure, for example, or and
Asteroid
you
or
can find
anything.
you can find your way out again, rather than have to rely on sight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so this mech by itself, with all the add-ons we just added, would be about 245K if we were to buy it. So, is it worth us trading this piece that minimum 350 they said, maximum of 450? Plus maybe negotiation price. I don't know, unless they can give us a better deal for something else for it.
I would say from a strict monetary value standpoint, no, it's not worth it.
And since we are in a mech, festival kind of thing, I bet you if we can sell this, since it is a vehicle part, I bet you we can sell this fairly easily. And on top of that, we can probably get a discount on mechs here, since there's so many. And just like if you go to a gun show, you can get guns for a lot cheaper. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if you want to just get one and maybe try and negotiate with something else, or try and sell this piece and buy your own mech. Save for your own mech. Maybe try and get. What do you guys think?
As much as I want a mech, trading it for a mech that's worth half its value would just be greedy on my part. Because the money is worth more to the group than the mech is just to me.
Yeah, I think we could go ahead and try and sell it. Would it be a thing that would? I mean, it's a vehicle part, so we could probably easily sell it, like you said. I could arrange that.
Actually, can I? Who's here with us?
Stone, Tarn, and then there's a couple of other who's in conversation distance, unless the three of you moved somewhere else. And then there's a couple of people just around working, whatever they're doing.
All right. Can I try and basically talk to them and maybe suggest they give us this mech, the specialist mech, plus 50% discount on any cybernetics on this planet, and give me 1 second. I forgot to look for it. One moment. And a graph flyer or a graph car to transport our things in.
That sounds
Plus,
like it.
plus, I'll take the hunk and junk metal boy here.
Okay, that was quite possibly the most insulting thing I've heard in a while.
What?
So, roll a first of all, Tarn. You want to react to that as someone as this uppity tiny little lady is
Tiny? Whoa, whoa,
you know
whoa! Not
calling
that
you
tiny.
out.
I'm a
Fucking
little.
pixie, mate. All right, so that's trade with charisma if you want to, or intelligence if you want to negotiate a deal.
Can I have Ben do it?
I mean, you're the one doing all the talking and asking the question, so it kind of makes no sense that he will step in and finalize. You know what? Fuck it, why not?
All right, great.
I can
Ben,
look in. So just to be clear, we're trading for this mech plus
so
a
this mech,
discount.
50% discount on any cybernetics on this planet. So if you guys want to, get some cybernetics, 50% off. 50. Sorry, not 50K. A graph flyer or a graph car, we choose to transport the mech and the robot boy in front of us.
All right. Oh, and I can re-roll that one.
Yeah, you can. D6, I guess. So that would be 13.
Just having a quick look at.
But I didn't know how you're gonna introduce him to the party, but I thought I'd take initiative.
It's pretty bold to assume he's not his own person.
Well, I'm just gonna say my character isn't very fond of AI humanoids. She's had some bad runs with them, so maybe he can change my mind. But for now, I'm not very friendly to them. I'm kind of hostile.
Wow, you're space bigot.
Yeah, I'm a robotist. I don't know, something.
But it's okay. All she's a noble. They always have their head up their own ass. So can't
I'm
really
just playing my character, guys.
I mean, you're doing well so far.
Thank you.
Well, in response, Tarn will look her up and down and then say, "Listen, meatbag, you want me along, and I get equal share of profit of whatever your little group has, and I'll take care of the software of this mech if you so choose to take it."
Robot boy, I like your
But-
spunk. No, listen to me now. Equal shares a little ass for it. I don't know who you are. I don't really like you yet. You show us what you can do. Maybe we'll talk about it later on. But for now, we're negotiating a deal with the other meatbags next to you.
So what did you roll then?
13. Oh,
Oh man.
we get a 4d6. What the heck is all this?
Rank 2 specialist.
Can I roll to help him since we're both doing it or no? That wouldn't
You
work.
should have done that before.
Yeah, I thought about it. I forgot.
I have met my match in wheeling and dealing.
This is what this guy does for a living all day, every day. That's not even a good roll.
It's not a bad roll. I mean, yeah. So you need to get that perk. Whatever that perk is.
It's a specialist. Okay.
Okay. You need to be a specialist. Be better.
All right. So I think you haggle the price back and forth a bit, and yeah,
What's his counter offer?
says, well, the counter offer is that the deal is what he suggested, but he can reach out to his friend and colleague and see if they'd be willing to extend a discount to you for troubles of a subpar deal or a subpar price, right?
So 50% discount on cybernetics. And what else? So we get everything that was asked.
So you get the mech
Okay.
as you suggested. You get the discount at one of the locations he knows that he's friends with. He talked to them and he conveys that the company is willing to extend a friendly discount to you of 50%.
All right, great.
But and you get one normal ground car, one of the bigger trucks to
Ground.
transport. Yeah,
All right.
ground. Who the fuck has a grab vehicle or grab flyer anyway? That
I don't know, man. Do we get the robot boy?
You get a bright pink, 18-wheeler coming out, transporting your stuff.
What the fuck is with us and always getting the goddamn anime / pink shit? All right. Top of the mech boy. He seems useful.
And as far as the Ton goes, so I think Stone looks at you, Ton, and he says, "Seeing as you are your own individual person, I suppose, you have the choice if you want to go with them or not. But by the contract you signed, you are required to stay here until the end of the tournament, and then you can do whatever you want."
I'll fulfill the contract and then I'll head off with them.
Excellent.
Damn, I guess he likes abuse.
Bag how to use people's names properly.
Excellent.
To be honest, I still don't know what your character name is because it's not on here, so I can't remember it.
It's Tarn, man. Tarn.
Tarn? Oh, just Tarn? Okay. I'll figure it out tomorrow, but...
Yeah, if you want, you can click the cogwheel there, and then change your display name to your character name.
Yes, I remember it. I mean, my character will probably not call you by your name. No offense. But...
I want to reassure him the rest of us aren't that bad.
And in the background, I'll reach into my pocket and pop some drugs in my mouth as a celebration.
Before you do, are we taking this deal? Because we don't know if we're taking this deal. This deal is still kind of meh, you know? So we got a car. We got 50%. So this all depends. Do you guys want cybernetics?
For the deal to be worth it, we better want some cybernetics.
I'm asking you to. That's what I'm saying. I want cybernetics. The only reason I wanted the 50% off because I might want one or two, and I don't have enough money to install them if I wanted those. So that's why I wanted the 50% off. Unless you guys want something else.
Page are they on? Because I've honestly never looked at the cybernetics.
They are on page 87 on the document, 83 in the actual page. So 87, just click 87. And you know what? Since Tarn will be joining us, you can also look at if you want more cybernetics, since you are basically, a robot boy.
I assume we're tech level 4 here?
I believe so.
Unfortunately, robot shells can't benefit from cybernetics.
Mm. Is this tech level 4 only cybernetics, or does he have some kind of...
This place stocks T4 stuff. If you want the specialist T5 stuff, you would have to, call in advance and, probably sit around for a while they import that.
So a couple of days, a few days?
Probably, it depends what they're coming with. Probably 2 weeks minimum, probably.
All right. So I might want to do that for one of them, but yeah. Because if we're going to get 50% off here, I might as well take as much.
Actually, it really depends because it's 6 So 8 days, 8 days, 8 days per hex, and the only place you can really get them like factory fresh would be 606. So 8 times 4, so almost a month.
I have a question for that. That's 8 days with a MK1. I assume it's much faster if trade chips that actually do this for a living from a T5 facility would be much faster.
Yeah, but you need a mail ship who goes there first, who delivers
Mm.
delivers the request to the factory, which is gonna take a couple of weeks to get there, and then they're gonna produce the part, put it on a ship, and
All
send
right.
it to your way again.
For this thing, this discount is on this planet for an indefinite time, or is it just for like the next?
I mean, I think the discount voucher is like good for 30 days or something, but it's only on this for this company on this planet,
All right.
for this
Yeah,
branch of this
yeah, I
company.
might want to pre-order it, something like that, and then come back and pick it up in a month or so.
I think I might get some dermal armor if we get the cybernetic thing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. So is this deal acceptable to all of you?
I'm asking them because to me it's still a little iffy because it's still a little lower than normal. But if you guys want to get one or two cybernetics, it might, depending on what you're getting, right? Shit, I should negotiate for some shit parts. That probably would have been the smart idea, huh? Can we add in a MK2 spike drive?
I mean, do you ask that?
Yeah, I wanna ask Ben. Let me see. Was it the MK2 or the MK3 that our ship can use? Spike drives. Yeah, Ben, do you want to try and negotiate since this is still really, really cheap for this? Do you want to negotiate for an, drive 3 or a drive 2 upgrade for our ship?
Yeah, can we negotiate after this point?
I mean, you can certainly try.
Because all of this is still not really going to add up to to this, and a nice spike drive might be nice for us. Got to goddamn hope you. Yeah, negotiate for an MK3 or sorry, drive 3 if possible.
So, Tarn, these supposed meat bags that have come into your blessed machine sanctuary are now trying. Not only are they getting a crazy good deal,
How is there a
they're
crazy good
also trying.
deal?
They're also trying to negotiate for something that none of you have ever dealt with before. That is so far outside the realms of your company that it just seems ludicrous that they even try. But crazy meat bags do crazy meat bag things.
Goddamn. All right.
And I think as you launch into the next negotiation for a spike drive on top of this, Stone just looks confused for a bit and then he starts laughing. And it's the kind of good-hearted, full belly laughter that he actually has to steady himself on a tool rack next to him so he doesn't topple over with tears in his eyes, that kind of thing. Very out of character because he's usually a slimy smartass most of the time, but having a good time with it. And yeah, after maybe 10 seconds or so of laughing, he composes himself with some difficulty and says, "We don't deal with bike drives at all. We don't deal with ship parts. We deal with mechs and nothing else.
All right.
I don't know anyone who deals with chips because we always have external transportation. I know some friends who deals with cybernetics because our pilots need that from time to time during a match or after a match rather.
All right, so what do you guys think? Are you going to get a couple of cybernetics, or you want to try and sell this piece and then buy your own mech?
I mean, I guess selling it would be the way to go. Selling and buying a mech.
I mean, we can always think it over. We don't have to, I don't know if we have to decide right now.
All right, so what's the plan with this deal then? Because I'm hearing so many different things.
Brody, do you want to, accept the deal now? Wait a bit, see if we can sell this, or just not even try to accept the deal at all?
I mean, we could always tell them we're going to think on it and see if we can find a buyer. And if we can find a buyer for higher than this deal would get us, then we can just sell it and then split the money.
So I asked, I forgot the guy's name. Like,
Stone.
Yeah, Stone. Yeah, sorry. Stone, sounds like a good deal. Can you give us a day or two, maybe after the tournament to decide?
Too late after the tournament for that. We need it for the tournament. But if you want to ask around, see if you get a better offer anywhere else, welcome to do so.
All right. Yeah. Give us a day then. We'll let you know.
Regardless of what you decide, however, if seeing as we're all free contracts here, if Tarn wish to go with you for whatever reason, I cannot even begin to imagine. You're welcome. He is welcome to, from the company standpoint, to take whatever
I mean, Tarn, what are you good at?
extra work.
Sorry, Robot Boy, what are you good at?
Well, meat bag, I can fix things, I can hack things, I can shoot things, and I can sneak.
You can what now? What was the last thing?
Sneak.
You can sneak. Sounds fishy to me. How good is it? What can you hack? How good are you of a hacker?
So, real quick, Val, what tech gear do you have on you right now that you brought with you?
Just my compad, my dragon. I guess that counts as tech gear. And not too much more, actually. Let me check my inventory.
All right, so Ton, you know she has a compad on a data slate, and you know there is apparently some sort of mechanical dragon on her back. That seems
Does
to
he know
be.
it's mechanical? Does he know it might be a real dragon?
There literally are no real dragons, so it's mechanical, some sort of robot. So if you want, you can do something with that.
Like what? Hack the dragon.
You want to roll for it? How does hacking work, by the way? Because I have no idea.
Well, it depends. If you do it the proper way, then you roll for it. Roll program plus int. On, however, can do something else if he decides to do that.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, robot boy. I'm waiting to be amazed. I turned to Brody and Ben. I'm like, I don't know if he's a good hacker.
I'm going to use my processing power that lets me auto pass hacking, and I'll make her little dragon my new friend.
You gonna do what to my dragon?
Make it my friend.
So what does it do? It's on my back right now.
So, Don, you have full control. All of the systems in it, you have complete control.
Mine's just a small dragon.
It feels like an extension of your own body at this.
Well, I'll have it hop over to sit on my shoulder. Can it talk too?
It has a built-in little speaker. Not the best quality, but you can play music if you want. And in its mouth, it has a lighter, so you can light a cigar with it if you want.
I can do a little bit of a fire breath, not too much, just a little. When my dragon goes to his shoulder, I call it back.
It doesn't respond to any of your commands. And if you check your compad, you don't have a live feed anymore. It's not listed as a slave device to your compad.
I'll
So
say
you
him.
don't have camera access to it.
And I'll have it chant meatbag over and over again.
Yeah, so you hear like from a blown out speaker that, low quality, like stereo, blown out stereo, car stereo speaker. It just chants meatbag, meatbag, meatbag in monotone.
When I hear that, I'm like, all right. Point proven. Now give him back.
I don't know. To cede control over it and give it back to him.
Damn, I was hoping you and I was going to pull a gun on you. All right. So I guess he might be able to hack a few things. We might need a hacker. If you want to join us, we do a bunch of traveling. You can go experience the world, not be stuck fixing robots forever. Still don't trust you though.
Go experience the world. Are you a shitty lad?
What?
I said, go experience the world. What are you, a shitty lad?
I don't know. Is he? So do you want to join us?
Yeah, I'll join you.
Well, after the tournament. But yeah, I mean, Ben, if you want to go around, maybe see if you can sell this part.
Yeah, I'll see if anyone's willing to buy it.
And if not, we can always come back and take the deal.
All right, so should I go ahead and roll for that, or is there something else that's going to happen?
Wait, so just point of order here, so I'm entirely certain of this. Are you gonna do that while you're standing in there?
No.
We're just gonna peace out after that.
Well, I told them like, thanks for the offer. Give us the day, and we'll get back to you. And
Yeah,
they said go check some prices, and then we'll walk out.
Well, I did not hear anyone say we walk out, because I just assumed that you were standing around there in the middle of their hangar talking about how you're gonna go
Oh,
check.
we're not that rude. We may be rude. We're not that rude. Yeah, we'll walk out. Maybe try.
In your case, I don't know for sure.
Hey, it's not my fault. I dislike humanoid AI. It was my upbringing. Royalty. They always have their little racist qualities.
Yeah, sure. Right. So yeah, you
have sex bots employed.
What the fuck?
I'm not a racist. Some of my best workers are robots.
Thank you. At least you got it. I'm not racist. I have black friends. I was going just thanks, traffic. Same wavelength.
All right. So, Brody, are you staying and helping out with the, all the testing stuff, or are you following the rest out?
Not really a people person to talk to her, so I'll let them handle it, and I'll help Carter finish up here.
All right. So, Val, Ben, you leave, get a cab or teleport back to wherever you're going, and then you can start checking local prices elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's. Since I mean, there is basically a big mech tournament. This is a mech product. Can we go ask around if anybody is interested in it?
Sure, you can.
What role would you like for that?
Well, it would be a trade with thinking. And while you do that, I think a few minutes after they leave, on, you get a call from Stone into his office.
All right, I'll go in.
Well, I was trying to help Ben out, but I don't think I got any help for you, Ben.
Oh, you're
All right. So what was that roll again?
Trade with
trade
charisma.
charisma. Yeah, so Tarn, there is as you come in, Stone puts a contract before you as you stand by his desk, and it's already signed. It's the leave of absence from the team after the contract or after the tournaments.